What a beautiful Nosferatu.
Hey, just because his face looks like shit doesn't mean the rest of him has to.
Explain that to his knobby knees, his bent back, his claws he has on his head.
Hey, he's got relatively good posture. He just looks seriously jacked. You just gotta get, your suits custom tailored.
Yeah.
Anyone looks good in a suit properly tailored for him.
You'll like the way you look. I guarantee it.
I'm picturing, the actual Nosferatu doing a Men's Warehouse commercial.
Just Prince Calibros comes out of retirement for it.
You like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Arr! Okay, well, take some time. You're looking at about 1:33-ish whenever you arrive at Madison Square Garden. Again, no kine activities. Really can't see much in the way of the humans, the lick sticks. They're not milling about, at least not around here. The Elysium Security Force, definitely telltale signs. It's in effect.
Alright, I'm just gonna try and walk right on in the front door. See if I get stopped because I'm, not classy enough.
Are you obfuscated?
I will be until I'm actually on what would officially be considered Elysium grounds, since,
Not supposed to use any of your disciplines, yeah.
Exactly.
Are you other two following in behind David?
Yeah, I'll be, essentially as soon as we get out of the car, I'll be walking straight up, assuming David's nearby.
You get into the actual interior of the building, the main door, before, one of the guards, a tall woman, ends up hurrying towards the three of you,
I'll stop walking.
sort of perplexed.
Yep,
She sort
Byron will stop flanking. Keep forgetting his name. Is my own name, David.
So yeah, the security guard in question is definitely a vampire who sort of has her head quirked curiously at the three of you.
We need to speak to the sheriff. It's urgent, but we can't wait.
She her eyes sort of widen. She frowns. I don't think he's here.
Do you happen to know where he could be?
She shakes her head. No, he's supposed to attend. He's, of course, the sheriff and the keeper of the Elysium. But he hasn't arrived all night. Most curious. Do you three know anything about that? Now she looks like she wants to engage in gossip.
No, I'm afraid I don't. Do you have any special way to contact him?
We've tried the normal methods. He sort of shrugs, but not a whole lot of people are too interested in calling Kadir. It's not an overly bad thing that, he's not the most affable person. Don't tell him I said that.
I don't care that you said it. And I don't think that he would either.
She nods vigorously.
Byron
So,
will just smirk.
So,
I don't suppose the Archon is in.
She shakes her head.
It'll be clear with his tone that he doesn't actually expect him to be.
No, she shakes her head. No, we haven't seen Theo around here in 2 weeks now?
he's got the entire East to worry about. Who would be a third person to hit up then? Saying that to David. And Byron.
Calibros!
Alright, can I leave a message? Is that a thing that gets done here?
She sort of quirks her. Yes, certainly, of course. What is it you wish to leave?
If he stops in, could you tell him that David Green needs to talk about Muncie Hudson?
Muncie Hudson, the... Oh, come on, you're not gonna report that the place is haunted, are you? She sort of gives you a scolding, chuckling look.
I'll just give her a long, calm, neutral look.
The joking expression on her face sort of fades away. Right. David Green, Muncie Hudson, got it.
Alright, thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
Yep. And Byron, for the first time, he'll say, yes, you've been most thankful. Thank you very much. You know, trying to put all his charms into it.
As you all end up turning to leave, this is a curious situation here. Well, what the fuck do you know? It's Kadir! He looks like he's, not harried, fashionably late. Swiss watch, expensive suit. The, security agent, sort of quickly scampers away.
We need to talk.
Kadir lifts a brow and says, I don't think tonight's the best night for that, David. Unless you're willing to risk the room.
Well, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Marcus could be in danger.
The brows lift. And, Kadir says nothing more. Just sort of shrugs. And, he begins walking down the, one of the many passages of the atrium.
David will, walk after him.
Byron will walk after David.
Joseph will walk after Byron.
And David's going to be walking with the pace of a person who feels that they're exactly where they're supposed to be, rather than someone slinking around and trying to make themselves feel and look small.
Four of you, of course, Kadir and you three coterie members, are eventually led over here to this. What looks to be a room that was sort of commandeered for the purposes of looking opulent and finely decorated, and not exactly a room none of you think you've ever been in inside of Madison Square Garden. And there are certainly familiar faces, and at least you have descriptions to put towards all of them in regards to the names. David in particular, you would recognize Prince Calibros in the southern part of the room. But it's been a very long time since you've seen him.
Well, he'll be surprised at that at the very least. And if he and Carter end up seeing each other, he'll give him a nod. But aside from that, he's there to talk to the sheriff.
Said, the sheriff definitely does attract waves of attention. Him being fashionably late. Apparently that's sort of what the crowd would brush that aside, even though it's several hours. You know, Kindred have all sorts of crazy kooky business to attend to. Maybe he got a wild hair of his ass and found another thing. He
And
doesn't
who
act...
knows? Who knows when he wakes up at night?
That's right, he does some rounds, and by rounds it takes him an hour to visit with various people.
Yeah, David will not exactly mingle, just calmly wait.
Byron will do the same. If Valentine sees him, he'll nod to him, but he's just going to stay against the wall and wait as well.
That said, he won't be rude if someone does try to talk to him or anything.
Ditto.
Okay, well, for your part, no one really in this mingling group of powerful vampires, or powerful kindred rather, does actually pay much attention to you. That they're so busy and engrossed with those sorts of things, and it's almost as if they are exerting their combined powers of Cain to make you all feel as if you're wallflowers and scrutinized and that you don't belong.
No, fuck that. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'll make it equally clear that I give exactly zero fuck about that.
And you would, you son of a bitch Nosferatu. Good thing no one cares about your opinion. Unless you
They
have
don't
a
care
secret.
about mine until I start whispering it around.
Yep. Various kindred ended up coming and going over the course of the event, but turns out that, this being a planned affair type thing, that they might be around for keeps, and then they'll descend upon the denizens of Manhattan. Collectively. But eventually the sheriff finishes what he feels are his obligations in quotations, and looks at the three of you and says, "You want to talk right here? You want to talk in the box? You want to talk outside?"
I'd prefer the box, but here's fine too.
Then we'll go to the box. You go to the box.
Magic! I scoped out Muncie Hudson last night.
Right, you had mentioned that you might do something along those lines. I got your message, but things happened. He sort of looks regretful at that. What exactly did you find?
There was some sort of flesh-crafted monster there.
Naturally, what you expected to occur occurs. The sheriff doesn't look like he's convinced.
It looked like a sick joke. It was like a parody of a snowman made out of flesh. Breathed burning light. Things reached up through the ground to grab at us. Or at me, at any rate. It was horrifying. I might have suspected that I just imagined it all, but later that night, that exact creature attacked a nightclub in Astoria.
Why would a flesh-crafted snowman be interested in a nightclub in Astoria?
I don't know. I'm afraid it might have followed me back. It saw through my stealth. Maybe it's... I don't know. I really don't. It would just be speculating on my part.
It may somehow be attached to the coterie as a whole. We did hit up Muncie Hudson once before.
It's true. They had their cars wrecked by the thing. They didn't get a good look at it before, though.
And that bar is definitely a place Marcus likes to frequent. So if they wanted to find him, that'd be a place to check.
He's been missing since last night. We can't get in contact with him.
Kadir
Did the attack get to him?
Kadir says, "Our kind go missing," or shrugs, "all the time. Although if perhaps if the city did not panic so much whenever I was busy hunting, then perhaps people would be better off." What?
Perhaps. But dozens of kind died in the attack on the nightclub.
Sort of scratches his head. "Yes, I had heard that a dozen had died and others were wounded. I just assumed it was some sort of foolish, stupid murdering attack. It is in your domain, after all. I would assume that you would know best."
Yeah, we're investigating it right now. We're working with the local police. But from the descriptions of all of the eyewitnesses from the damage that was done to the nightclub, it is exactly what I ran into outside of the Muncie Hudson storage and expediting facility last night.
David, go ahead and give me a charisma plus expression at difficulty 6.
Fuck, why couldn't it have been manipulation subterfuge? I'm shit at telling the truth.
That's the best part. It's like, I'm telling you exactly what happened. Shit, I should have lied.
Why didn't I just lie? Alright, everyone cross your fingers. Thanks for crossing your fingers, guys.
Yep. There's a success involved in there. The sheriff looks as if he's not convinced, but he says, "I've never heard of such a creature, a flesh-crafted snowman. I certainly hadn't heard reports of it in the city at all. If it were appearing, though, so widely and out in the open, that would be a major concern, but I would have expected the various contacts of the Camarilla to have been more on top of that, and to this point, there's been no confirmation of such. I will keep close watch, but in regards to infringement upon your domain, that's for you to handle."
I'm actually more wanting help in checking out the Muncie Hudson building. Maybe not from you, maybe from people you know, but with what that thing was doing last night, I think we need backup, and I think that that's the place to check.
We've been through it before, and certainly after the defeat of the Sabbat about a year and a half ago, it's filled with nothing but squatters and a total abandoned refuse pit. Nevertheless, what you brought up is enough concern. I will look into the matter myself.
Do you want my help on the matter? Because I am happy to help.
It certainly sounds as if you have some troubles of your own to deal with, particularly in the form of your coterie mate, Marcus, vanishing. No, in this regard, I do believe I, as the sheriff of the city, and he sort of stiffens himself up, can take care of this.
Alright.
I will let you know if there's anything there to corroborate what you've told me.
Please feel free to contact me at your earliest convenience. And if at any point you want any of the pictures or evidence I've taken of the aftermath of these attacks, ask, and I will provide it.
Actually, I would like to see those.
All right. Would you want me to bring them here, or...
You can bring them here. I would have thought that you would have brought them here over the course of trying to convince me about this.
Yes, I decided that it would be better to try to come here in case you were already here than it would be to develop the photographs.
I understand.
If you're not here when I return later tonight or early tomorrow, should I leave them with anyone in particular?
You can give them to one of the guards. He sort of smiles. Nicole, the girl who thinks that I don't know, but she doesn't like me, just like everyone else in the city. She'll be fine. There's a cruel smile on his face when he says that.
All right. Thank you for your help. Thank you for looking into this matter.
But of course, it is my duty. Sort of, his eyes, sort of scan over between Joseph and Byron, then they settle on Byron. And then he chuckles and shakes his head.
Byron will nod respectfully and say, "Thank you for your time."
Kadir nods to the three of you and then walks out.
Right now, Kadir is thinking to himself, I guess David really does keep him in line. All right. David says to the group that it could have gone better, but it could have gone a lot worse.
Byron will shrug and say, it's actually about what I expected.
Well then, Joseph will check his phone for the time.
Looks like it's, So you guys got there around midnight, the club. You spent a lot of time there investigating. You then spent some time getting ready and all perkied and dressed up and drove to Elysium and spent some time waiting there. There's another hour of wait. We'll say it's 2:43.
All right. David's going to try and call Marcus again.
Fucking voicemail.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He'll leave another quick voicemail telling him to call back if he's okay, that they found out about what happened at the nightclub, and that if he's not okay, if he can get in contact with them, they'll do their best to help.
Okay.
And then after that, David's going to go back to his haven and start preparing a full dossier of the evidence he's collected so far, including a written synopsis.
As we're leaving, I'd like to tell the other two, I think that one of our first priorities should be poking our head into looking for Marcus. Who knows what can be happening with him, so... And wherever he is...
I don't even know where to start on that. I tried to find evidence or trail or the start of that at the nightclub, but I couldn't find anything.
Well, then the only other place is to hit up wherever else we've seen that fleshy snowman.
Well, that would be Muncie Hudson, which is where the sheriff is going right now. I'm going to prepare this evidence dossier. You two feel free to check out the Steinway warehouse, see if there's anything there, but I doubt it.
Byron is going to cut in. He's going to say, well, actually, it leads right into what I was going to suggest. Is I was going to suggest that one of you get to that Muncie Hudson warehouse, the one that the sheriff is going to, and surveil it. And one, make sure Kadir actually goes there like he said he was. And two, maybe we can see something, some action around there. I'm not saying approach it. I'm not saying get involved. Just look.
It's a fair point that Kadir might not actually take care of it this morning on account of him visiting with other important officials. He does want to become Prince of New York City. He's not going to do that by
Yeah,
going all the way up to the northern Bronx.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to shadow him. Unless we're, like, really trying hard, like, 24/7 to shadow him. And actually, Dave will say, yeah, didn't you say that he can turn invisible?
He can, yes, but so can the both of you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but how are
two
we supposed to
invisible.
find Invisible Man?
Yeah,
Listen, you weren't fighting underneath New York, so you don't know, but trying to track down an invisible person is a pretty damn hard thing to do, especially when you're invisible yourself.
I didn't say follow him. I just said go to the place that he's going to end up. And maybe he goes there and finds nothing, nothing happens. We can't prove he was there. But if he goes there and something happens, at least we'll see it or know of it.
Yeah, we won't know when he's going there, though, unless we follow him.
But it still stands that whether he goes there or not, that was just an added bonus. I still think that somebody should scout that out and see if there's any more activity there, because maybe
Listen,
Marcus is there.
whatever that thing was, it saw right through me. Maybe Joseph could handle it, but anyone who goes up there is putting their lives in their hands just by going there. So keep that in mind before you volunteer for anything, or before you volunteer someone else for anything.
There's a possibility Marcus is up there. I think that it's only appropriate that if either of you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not going to say you should. I'm not even sure it would be a good idea, but I'll be headed up there tonight.
All right, well, Joseph, I'll leave it up to you, but make sure that if you do go in there, if you do go up there, that you take equipment at least. You arm yourself. You bring things to document evidence.
If you've got a spare camera or something, I could get at least a picture or two.
Sorry, that's the only one I've. Just grab a disposable camera on your way up there or something.
Yeah, I'll grab one.
Right.
Unless you're coming with me, I hope if you don't mind if I leave you guys a little bit without a car for the moment.
No, that's fine. I can get back on my own.
As can I. And Byron will look at Joseph says, thank you for checking that out. I really think we need to get on top of this.
Thanks for the ride here. At least, yeah, tell us if you find anything. And if you get attacked, if you feel like, yeah, just have your phone ready to dial, just in case. Just to tell us if something happened, all right?
I will.
Would you like me to stick around on the island here? I can just stay where I was last night at Madison Square if you need anything.
If anything happens, I can call you, Byron.
All right. Well, I'll hang out at Madison Square then, and in case you need anything, I'll be closer. Maybe. Well, actually, it's not really that much closer to the Bronx, is it? Well, whatever.
It's really not at all.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to go all the way up through Midtown, which is
well, then
the
Byron's
place
going to
most
go
likely
back.
to be congested in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's there's no reason for him to stay. He was there last night, so he's just going to go back then to restore it.
Right.
Okay, well, David and Byron are on the way back to Astoria, and David's going to begin documenting evidence, and Byron's going to go read a book or what have you. Joseph goes alone. Well, alone in regards to the vampire stuff, to Muncie Hudson Expediting and Storage. The place looks about as fantastic as Joseph remembers it.
On the way, he'll be sure to go in the store to buy a disposable camera.
Do you want to blush it up?
he'll keep his hood up and be ready to explain anything away. He's gonna need his blood.
All right, that's fine. Not a problem. Not a hitch. The area looks just as dark and desolate and creepy, and there's that, of course, the Dragon Metro Cab Company billboard off there, and very dim light. Not a whole lot of light pollution, apparently, to really help you.
He'll probably stop by where that car hit, uh, say something to himself, and then start wandering around the building looking for anything on the outside.
Okay. Does Joseph have a flashlight to help him?
Yeah, it should be in his thing. I did mention he carries one around now.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure. The exterior of the building looks similar to how it was the last time you came here along with Jermaine and Marcus and Byron. I mean, various shifting that has occurred is likely like new graffiti stuff, squatters coming in and out, that sort of type thing. There's a lot of snow on the ground from when it snowed 36 inches just several days ago and gust winds of 75 miles per hour. You missed that part during the recap. A lot of fucking snow. It's really cold out here. Good thing you're a vampire. And but in terms of like, you know, giant snowman type creatures lurking in the shadows, or branches, or skulls, or Marcus, you don't see anything like that.
No, okay then. He'll go in, well, straight in the front door. He's not actually worried about destroying like any random little bits of evidence. It's not a full search. It's hoping to find Marcus, hoping to not find the snowman. But if he finds the snowman, he has his flashlight and his camera out.
And that will protect him from the boogeyman.
Yeah, it is blanket. And he's obfuscated, and he'll only turn on his flashlight once he actually needs it.
Okay, well, it is really dark inside. You do have light filtering in from like broken windows and such things. The dim lighting from the street lampposts, but of course, as you discovered the last time that you were here, none of the lights in the building function, and you all did a thorough search of the entirety of the first floor of the structure. Over the course of there was four of you. You're at night. You can certainly doing a cursory sweep over. Well, that guy looks familiar. It's the same catatonic, drunk, whimpering guy, curled up by his box there. So he's not dead.
I'm not sure if that's reassuring or not.
Just as a note, Byron did plant the suggestion for him to look out and see if there's anything happening there, and if he notices anything to tell one of us. So depending on whether or not it worked, you might be able to ask him.
He'll save it for the end if he wants to ask the bum something.
He says that in such a derisive voice.
Hey man, I understand. I was just throwing it out there.
No, it's good to bring up. It's just
Listen. Everyone knows that Jesus hated the homeless and the poor.
But yeah, that's what you all know about the extent of the first floor. You guys never ended up going above the first floor, though. You guys just saying, whatever, probably just a bunch of empty offices and shit, just like what was down here. So none of that matters.
Dinner's ready for me, so back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
But as you've seen, I've been doing so much this game, you guys.
That said, as soon as the cursory glance at the first floor is done, he'll go straight up the stairs.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception plus alertness at difficulty 6.
Plus he has tacticals, which will
see, the 2 1s and the 2 6s cancel each other out. You've got the 10. We'll go ahead and say tactical apply, sure. You have 2 successes. So you're heading up one of these railings, up one of the staircases here. It's pretty disused. It's got quite a amount of rust on it, being exposed to the elements so thoroughly and regularly, even while sheltered here. And you're just about to step up onto the 2nd floor to take a look at the offices. And then the beam, the flashlight you have, sort of focuses on something, and you stop walking. There is a... Tactical must have helped. You sort of crouch down to take a closer look at it, get a better look with your eyes. It's a taut wire extending the length of the doorway. If you weren't paying enough attention, you would have easily walked right into it.
He'll check the wire, see if he can see where it leads to.
Looks like it doesn't lead to anything. It's just like maybe some kid being an asshole and fucking sticking the thing there to trip people. It just like looks like it goes from like one side of the doorway to the other side of the doorway.
No
But you can roll a
strings, yeah.
perception plus investigation at difficulty 6. Let's see, 4 successes? Yeah, that's all it looks like. Either, or maybe, Polonia thought someone might come up to this floor at one point and decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be an asshole. Put a wire right there.
It's something Joseph would do.
It is something Joseph.
It would be helpful. If he can remove the wire without making any sound, he'll do it.
Does not look like to be the case, but he can just easily step over it.
Yeah, but don't want him running back here and tripping on it. I guess if he'll have to make a racket to do it, he'll leave the wire.
Okay. Wire gets left then. But you're able to step over it, and certainly you might want to be on the closer lookout now, even more. They might come after your ankles.
It's his throat he's
He
worried
only
about.
has 2 of those.
Yeah, he'll make sure to be checking the ground, but the same up the walls, above his head, everywhere and anywhere there could be something that would kill him.
Alright. So you're going on, you're checking through various office-type things, and opening doors that haven't already been opened to peer in. Bunch of empty shit disused. You have empty filing cabinets, empty desks, chairs that have been like commandeered. People obviously would have tried to come up here and build a shelter at some other point for themselves, protect against the elements. Go ahead and give me another perception plus alertness at difficulty 6.
Fuck.
That is a botch. Alright. So, Joseph gets sort of complacent. Oh, alright. And here we go. This is what's gonna happen. He goes to another doorway thinking, there's probably not gonna be some sort of the same stupid trap or trick, right? I got a great handle on everything. Ooh, what's that over there? Did I hear something? Step. And, actually ends up, falling, tripping over another wire. And, his eyes sort of widen as, he stares down at the concrete floor. This is like some sort of fucking nail trap? Like rusty nails? Are you fucking kidding me? Joseph takes a point of unsoakable lethal damage as he has like this some sort of like 2x4 with rusty nails, just right for his head to fall into. Laying down on the ground on the 2nd floor on the concrete after having been tripped over by a fucking wire.
Someone's gonna pay for this.
Good thing you don't need a tetanus shot when you're dead.
Or does he?
He'll pull the nails out of his face, uh, push himself up, look around to make sure nothing suddenly, hey, I'm gonna fuck you up in the back while your face is nailed to the floor. And if there's nothing trying to kill him at the moment, he'll then heal that injury.
No, doesn't look like anything's trying to kill you at the moment. You can have some rest there and spend the blood point to heal yourself. Doesn't look like there is any sort of sounds or anything other than you sort of bumbling around and botching yourself into that.
He'll make a cursory look on the rest of the building, but at this point, either he'll basically head straight to the back, straight to the heart, if there's anything he can find there. If not, Marcus probably isn't here, and that snowman probably isn't here, so he'll hit up the bomb.
Right, go ahead and give me a perception, no, perception plus investigation at difficulty 6.
That's 4 successes.
Looking through the rest of the building, the other access points, not going up onto the 3rd floor as well, but just checking the things, it doesn't look like there are any signs of passage that any body has been dragged through. There's certainly a lot of accumulation of detritus, as well as, dust and what have you, although the 75-mile-per-hour wind whistling through can do a pretty good job of blowing that shit away. However, Joseph's very confident, very sure that nothing has trafficked through these areas, except maybe a small kid at one point, maybe a year ago, who wanted to be a dick to people like you. That could have killed someone, having a nail go through your head like that.
If I wasn't already dead. No, first guess would actually be bums.
Yeah. Or, bums maybe trying to protect their property, whatever that ends up being.
Yeah, that would be first guess, definitely. If it was bums, he's not too PO'd about it. I mean, it didn't actually do much damage. He'll go down, once he's sure that there's nothing else there, he'll go down and hit up the bum. And he'll check his phone as soon as he's done searching the place.
The phone, it pretty much is you have just enough time to get back to your haven. You're looking at 5:01 in the morning.
Okay, then he'll go to the bum, and if he does get stuck, he can always go swimming.
Right.
So
the bum is catatonic and non-responsive. The suggestion, which you're pretty confident in Byron's capability in terms of his vampiric powers. So it's possible that the bum's just not there anymore.
He'll go straight to the car then and have Rain drive him straight home then.
Okay. David, once you finish compiling all the news and stuff, you wanted to take it to Nicole at Elysium?
Yep. And I'm going to try and provide a full, actual dossier of everything.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wits plus investigation for me, difficulty 6, or intelligence would probably actually be the better one as you're writing this up.
Same pool either way.
Two successes? Alright, yeah. Not the best job you've ever done, but it's pretty solid. I mean, you did spend that month in torpor, 2.5 weeks ago. Maybe you're still a little rusty. Looks good. Alright. And, Byron, for the rest of the morning, I suppose you wanted to, stay ensconced within your haven?
He's yeah, but what he can work on for the business at home, like paperwork and stuff like that. I don't know what he was doing with
Alright.
Evelyn, but that's
In that case, you can go ahead and give me a wits plus finance at difficulty 6. Well, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Alright, yeah, you're doing a great job in regards to smoothing over any potential kinks. Things like, this might be a good idea. I mean, you also have to, you're on the process of trying to work to, like, clear up capital for the purposes of buying the Majestic, so, you know, there's a money shortage right now, and every little bit you can do helps. Okay. In the case then, morning eventually rises. It's now, Sunday, March 15th, 1998. Day ends up passing. Pretty exciting day. Not that any of you would get the opportunity to enjoy that. God damn it. Don't you guys all remember when you could just dance and skip and lollygag in the sun?
Yeah. And, you know, there were consequences for that ending. There were. That's why you ask first.
That's right. That's why I checked. But eventually, night does end up coming. Say you three can go ahead and subtract a point of blood from your blood pools. Byron, of course, wakes up first, as he is wont to do. So, Byron, you know, no one ended up really contacting you over the course of the morning, but that, you know, no one really loves Byron, so no one will really talk to him, right?
You don't gotta be so mean. I mean, come on.
I'm just a storyteller, just an innocent storyteller.
Well, it's Sunday. Byron, I guess he'll check the paper and see if there's anything else. And if he doesn't hear from anybody, he'll try to go out and find a meal or three, I guess.
Okay. Papers, obviously, there's still a whole lot of local and state and national concern over what's transpired. You know, lots of various reporters have asked questions, and there's just not a whole lot of information. You suspect because the creature who's responsible, no mortal has ever fucking heard about before. Because you never heard about it before.
What you talking
Yeah,
about? Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
everyone's heard of this. Come on. Shut the fuck up.
Totally a jolly happy soul, right?
Yeah, Byron will actually look and see if there's, say, an editorial about it with maybe some wild speculation that if it comes up, he could spin into something to redirect people, you know, subtly. Oh, wait, sorry, Marcus. Or
At any rate, yeah, you can go ahead and certainly wait around for a bit to see if anyone contacts you. Next person who wakes up is Marcus.
Did I party really hard last night? Just making sure you guys can hear me right.
Yep.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? We're all listening incredibly intently.
Man, what day is it? Oh, hey, I got messages.
Yep. And of course, there's the plethora of messages that the coterie left you, and you heard all the descriptions. You can go through Marcus's process, and along with the messages I sent you, I'm going to step away for a few minutes. Feel yourself out. This is your time to shine after you had to sit on the sideline for so long.
Can you remind me what again you said, Aaron?
Sorry, what?
You were the one who sent me a message, right?
Yep, mostly just, you know, giving you a heads up about what happened, checking in to make sure you're okay, asking you to contact him, that sort of stuff.
What do you mean? What do you mean the place was attacked? I was there. I was getting my drink on, and then a bunch of Fog. Don't remember. Fog. I must have been really drunk. I must have gotten out of before the place attacked. Holy fuck, it's today? What the fuck was I doing yesterday? I don't remember. Well, David asked me to call him back. I guess I'll call him back. David!
Alright,
Pick
I'm
up the
back.
phone. David won't pick up the phone. Oh god.
Do we both wake up at the same time?
Yeah, roughly so. So there's definitely a phone call.
Hello?
David.
Oh, thank God you're... Where you
I
at?
have this... My place, I have this horrible migraine and my head hurts. Which is the same thing, apparently.
So we're... Okay, but aside from that, you're okay.
I think I'm okay. I mean, my shirts are a little bit torn up, but that's to be expected after a night of partying, right?
I guess. How everything... Are you... Did you see what happened at the nightclub?
Man, I was so drunk. All I remember was there was some fog and then some things happened, and then it's just blank. In fact, all of yesterday's blank too. I don't remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah, we
Maybe
were trying to feed you yesterday. We couldn't.
Maybe I got so drunk I slept all night. I mean, that's got to be a logical conclusion, right?
Maybe? I don't know, man.
My head hurts, man. I can't think.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, now that we know that you're okay, how about you just, you can just rest today. Kind of get yourself back in order.
Marcus, you just rested all of yesterday, apparently. The entire night!
Man, I don't need to rest. All I did yesterday was rest, apparently. I gotta do stuff.
Such as...
Fuck, I don't know, party? I mean, if you need me to do something, I guess I could go help you out with it.
Yeah, I don't know. We kind of have the sheriff out looking after whatever happened. Looking for you. I guess we can tell him that you're safe at least. I don't know. Listen, you want to get everyone together and meet up somewhere or something?
I guess, if you guys... Where do you want to meet?
Let's just meet up Alley Real Estate. Or what's it now? Astoria Estate.
Astoria Estates.
Yeah, I gotta rename, bro. Get with the times.
So yeah, let's all head down there and talk about what's happened.
I mean, I guess we can? I mean, where is this? What's going on, man?
Nothing, probably. But I mean, we still got to look into this for Vargas, you know.
Yeah, because I was at the club.
That night.
I was at that club.
Yeah, and I'm wondering...
You're at a different club, Marcus.
Oh, I was at a different club?
You're at a different club.
Oh. Oh, I was at a different club. I was at an entirely
Oh.
different club. Which club was the one that was at? The Saucy Lady?
You're at Excalibur, not at the Saucy Lady where that horrible shit happened. That's why it was so
Oh.
great, because you weren't even at that one.
Dude, I was at the Excalibur, which is like 3 or 4 blocks away. I mean, we might have
Oh,
heard
well.
it, but I was too busy getting my party on.
Well, I mean, enough. Next time, I don't know, try checking your phone more, I guess.
It might have been dead, but I don't remember charging it, but whatever. I'll check it some more, I guess. So, a story of the States then?
Yeah, let's all meet up there. Talk about how we're going to fix this.
You can go ahead and go through your various phone calls with the others, or whatever you two want to do with each other.
Hmm. Well, I
Well,
guess just...
David's gonna call up the others. I mean, so can Marcus if he wants.
Marcus ain't gonna call shit.
Yeah, that's what David figured, which is why he wasn't even going to mention to Marcus that he was going to be the one calling.
Who you ringing first?
I guess I'll have Joseph first in this case. Ring, ring, motherfucker.
When the fuck did my phone start making that sound?
Who changed my ringtone? Craig?
Pick up the phone, goddammit! Pick up the phone!
Hello.
Hey, I just got a call from Marcus. He's okay.
He's okay?
Yeah, he was at a different club that night. He's, just been nursing a terrible hangover since then.
Huh. Okay, we still got to do this thing with checking this Frosty the Fleshman out. We're gonna meet up.
Oh yeah, no, I agree, but, listen, he doesn't remember anything from yesterday, even if it's not related. That seems a little weird. If he's drinking to that point, he's drinking too much. We need to have an intervention of some kind. Even if it's just to tell him to cool it down a little bit. You agree?
Yeah, that Frosty hits nightclub that we at least believe he frequents, and he disappears the very next day. I mean, little coincidental.
That's the sort of thing where he should be at least around enough for us to confirm that he's okay. So even if he really wasn't there, even if everything is fine and normal, we need to talk to him about his drinking. Agreed?
Yeah, shit's gonna go down, and having a drunk coterie member is gonna eventually lead to all sorts of horrible shit. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, we need to either know that we can rely on him, or know for sure that we can't. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll be at where we gonna meet up.
I was gonna head on over to Astoria Estates.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be there in ASAP.
All right. I'll call up Byron. You don't need to.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. And then he's gonna ring up Byron. Pick up the phone, motherfucker!
It's like, when did David change all of our ringtones? The fuck?
I know.
Ring motherfucking ding!
Byron is just not happy about that ringtone. I put him in a real foul mood. Yeah, what's the news?
Marcus called. Apparently he wasn't at that nightclub that night.
Well, where the fuck's he been for the past 48 hours then?
I don't know. He says that he doesn't remember yesterday at all. But I mean, he says he wasn't at that nightclub, so listen, that's not normal either way. So I'm thinking that we have some kind of intervention, like soonish, maybe tonight, because either, I mean, if he wasn't there, he wasn't there. But either way, he's drinking too much. If that's the case, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I agree with you, but I'm telling you, I don't think it's his drinking. It might be a problem that there's an attack in Astoria and one of our coterie goes off the map for a day and a half.
Yeah, I mean that's, and he says he doesn't remember yesterday at all. If he's drinking that much, we need to address it. And well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm already
Well, let me
investigating
think.
all of you for having your minds manipulated.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. Let's see. Flesh-crafted monsters, people that can edit memories. How does this sound familiar? Anyway,
Exactly.
All right.
So we're going to
what's
have
the plan?
some. I'm thinking we're going to have some kind of intervention tonight, of
Agreed.
whatever kind. Joseph and Marcus should be on their way to Astoria Estates. I'm going to be heading over there too. Please be there.
I'm out the door as we speak.
Good.
All right, and all four of you end up gathering there. You guys can switch to the Astoria Estates map if you want. You can copy your tokens and paste them over there, and you can position yourselves. I haven't renamed it from O'Malley Real Estate yet. I will.
I'm also going to be bringing my shotgun, my knife, my pistol, all of that, just in case something has happened and we need to make Marcus take a nap for a while.
Okay.
Just in case.
Aaron was like, fuck your Astoria Estates map, I'm disconnecting.
You know how I roll. You know
No,
where
I
I've
don't.
been.
Actually, yes, I know where you've been.
You don't know where I come from.
Know where you've been. Something we want to think about.
You don't know who I am?